So my Rhodes thoughts are this. Zimmer gets the job here in 2014, and that training camp, Danny Cunningham, back in the Mankato days. So Rhodes had been a first-round pick in 2013, and he came in and he was okay. First-round pick though, so talented.
He should be more than okay.
That defense was awful though.
Yeah.
And so 2014, every day that I went to practice, it seemed like Zim was in Rhodes' back pocket, coaching him constantly and working with him. And Mike had come here with the title basically of a guy who was great with defensive backs and especially corners. And he helped turn Rhodes into I think at one point, probably by about 2016, a top 5 corner in this league, which are incredibly hard to find, valuable as all hell, just a great player. He was a fantastic player.
I think it'd be difficult to find someone to argue that.
Yeah, top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Might be top 3 at the time. I don't know. But anyway, he was great. But this isn't a job where, in my opinion, you can decline and then just bounce back. Now, you can decline and get moved to safety or something, and you could keep playing. I'm not saying you can't keep playing, but this position requires so many physical attributes.
Mm-hmm.
And Rhodes is only 29, so he's not an old man, but there's wear and tear there. And if this was just the Detroit game, I would say, okay, it's just one game. He didn't play well, but it's just one game. Or let's say it was just 2 games. But this has basically been 2 years of seeing him maybe not rapidly, but go down that slide. And you've got guys like Mike Hughes. Holton Hill, who I don't trust yet, is going to come back in week 9 from his 8-game suspension.
Mm-hmm.
My point being is you've got options there at cornerback. I think if Rhodes struggles, and you'll be able to tell on Thursday, or if he doesn't and he just plays okay, you've got a 10-day period there. I'm not saying that you bench him completely.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to imply he shouldn't play at all. But I am saying that if Mike Hughes, a first-round pick, who's coming off the ACL from last October and has been back now, I think, since the Giants game. If he is continuing to develop, I think you have to give strong thought, if you're this franchise, to at least flipping the snap count.
Yeah.
To where Mike Hughes gets those Rhodes snaps, and Rhodes still plays, but he doesn't start, and you start that transition period, which will eventually see Rhodes probably cut in March.
I don't know what.
Does that sound fair?
I think it's very fair, and I'm not really sure what another solution is, because you're not going to go out on the open market and find someone that can play that position right now. That just doesn't happen during the season.
No, these guys are incredibly hard to find. They are Jalen Ramsey.
Yes. Hey, they could have traded.
I know,
for him.
but
I know what but
you don't find them.
Fair,
you're right.
Yes. I think it would be a fair thing to do.
And this decline it just continues. He gave up. So Jones got 4 touchdown passes on Sunday.
Spread them around.
Touchdown pass was against Waynes, and I believe that Waynes missed the tackle at the 15, right?
11.
Missed
the 11-yard line, yes.
Touchdown pass 2 was a short one, I think 2 yards. That was against Rhodes. Touchdown.
Yes, that was the out. He ran an out route.
Yep.
Like a really short out route.
Yep, and it was bang, bang. Nice pass, too. Touchdown.
Terrific throw.
Touchdown 3, if I recall correctly, was against Mike Hughes.
Yes.
But then touchdown 4, and this is the one that concerned me. Similar play to touchdown 2, I believe.
Yes, this was more of a back shoulder throw than an actual out route.
On Rhodes again.
But it was on Rhodes again.
And he melted down.
Yes. Took his helmet off, threw it at the ground, was livid.
Yeah, and I don't think I don't think he was mad about being pushed. I don't think he was mad. I think he was mad about the fact that
he's just not that guy.
He knows he's not that guy now.
Yep. And
you can't change that. And this team, Mike Zimmer, to his everlasting credit, has been, especially I think on defense, loyal to guys to a fault.
Mm-hmm.
He loves his guys. And you know what? That makes him in some ways a very good coach.
Yeah.
But this team right now is not about loyalty to guys. It's not about, well, he was so great and can he get that back? Because he clearly can't. When it comes to Rhodes, unfortunately for Mike and Rhodes himself, this is going to come down to a very simple, all right, what gives us the best chance to win games? And it can't be about, but he was good, because I think that's just gone.
You can be loyal to guys when you're a 6-10 team, when you're a 7-9 team, when you're a team that has playoff aspirations the way that this team does.
Or you don't have replacements for them too.
Also true. But the loyalty has to go out the window, and winning is what has to matter the most. End of story.
Do you think how close do you think Hughes is to being a sort of pitch count, snap count guy to be an okay, he can play a ton.
I mean, I can't answer that question fairly because I think part of it depends on where he's at physically. You're not going to be 100% right away when you get back from the injury he suffered. And when you're coming back off knee surgery, which he's now played in 3 straight games against New York and then Philadelphia and yesterday against Detroit, you're not going to be the guy you were right away. It's going to take a little bit of time. And there's no other way to replicate it other than actually playing in games. You can practice until you're blue in the face. Those reps don't count the same as actual game reps. So I think it's more of just where he's at physically. What does he feel like? How long is it going to take him? And I'm not saying he hasn't played well because I do think he has.
Yeah, but I'm talking about but the snap count being higher.
I think part of it is also he's got to have that. He has to find the trust in himself and the trust in his body again. That's something when you're coming back from injury, it takes a little bit of time before you can fully trust yourself again. And I think that Mike Hughes might be going through that a little bit. As soon as that comes back, I do think that the closer he gets to 100%, the more you can play him.
What's that, about 5 weeks, 6 weeks, you think?
It's different for everybody. It's more of a mental block than anything. I mean, it could be now. He could trust himself fully now, but it takes a little bit of time, but there's no concrete formula for it. It's different for Mike Hughes than it would be for Adam Thielen, or Adam Thielen than it
Thielen's trying to come back right now.
Adam Thielen than it would be for Karl Anthony Towns, or Karl Towns different than it would be for Mitch Garver. Like, it's just different for every athlete in sports.
Because you could in a couple of weeks, I think, have a starting trio potentially of Hughes, Waynes, McKenzie, and then when Hill comes back, I think he's going to play, but I'm still not positive how much, because I think there's a trust there too. So,
which I understand.
Well, there should be. He got suspended for 2 different things for 8 games total. I'm with Zim on this. I'd be ticked off too.